What's up, fellow pilots? Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're not doing too bad. Hope the audio is coming in okay on this. Holding this thing kind of weird. So, this is an update video. The last update video, I put. That was a yawn. I tried to redirect it and fight it. Jesus Christ. Um, Last update video, I talked about how the project was on hiatus because my cat needed to go to the vet, my Jeep was down, and just stuff wasn't working out. And I didn't make another video to update and be like, hey, uh, by the grace of someone who is very, very kind, everything worked out. And, like, I'm not gonna lie, I got emotional. I was at work. I was like, if I wasn't at work right now, I'd cry. And then, things happen. Uh, People get tired because apparently I keep yawning. But no. And then I only had one or two worries that were left. And the one that I had was a big, big worry because my power bill was going to get disconnected. My utility, my electricity was going to get turned off if I didn't find a way to get the bill paid. And this is one of those where there was no one I could ask for help. Um, no individual anyway. And I got my laptop back whenever the generosity of the individual got my Jeep fixed and my cat went to the vet. Um, the stress of now I don't have the time. Like, I'm gonna have the time that I need to record and edit and stuff like that, and write and come up with dialogue, all that stuff. I'm gonna have the time for it, but if I don't have the laptop, then I don't have the ability to do it. God, I've gotten fat. Look at it. Oh, it's a bacon bitch. uh, I'm not used to being this big. Been a while. Um, I keep changing angles on you here. I'm not comfortable. I'm ready for bed. But I'm doing this last minute. I'm gonna brush my teeth after this and then go to bed. Because I gotta be up early. I've got two jobs now, so I'm not gonna have as much time as I would like to. But I've got to have the two jobs so I can afford to live. So if enough of y'all see my videos and are like, this guy's doing something good and I like it, and decide to throw money at my face via Patreon, PayPal, or Cash App, then great. Fantastic. Then I'll be able to focus on doing the Armored Core stuff because I've got ideas for all kinds of different content. Uh, Things that I can do. The yawns are getting more frequent and getting stronger. I'm telling you. That was me trying to redirect one so that way I wouldn't make you all yawn. But if you're yawning just because I keep saying the word yawn, then you feel my pain. It's nice not being alone. Look how chunk that is. You can't even tell like I'm flexing. It looks like I'm just moving my arm a little bit. Like there's no like muscle bulk, it's just tone. It's beneath fat. I'm chunky. Food's delicious, what can I say? I like food. I'm what happened to Champa, Beerus' brother in Dragon Ball Super. Food's good. There we go. But no, I've got ideas for stuff to do on the side after I'm done. I've got um if I can stop yawning. I've got ideas for fun stuff. Realistically, um it'd be nice to uh, get this going in like a larger scale with better quality. I would love better quality, but I can't afford it. So that's gonna be the crux of the situation. Uh, Poof, man, that was. I'm glad I killed that yawn before it could actually get started. Wow. Um, that was gonna be a death knell. Actually, that's not a bad name for a for a next death knell. Um, but no, voice actors are interested. One more so than the others. Uh, so that's good. Uh, I will go ahead and let y'all know that I'm halfway through recording. Uh, Actually, I think I've finished the third set of recording, so um, I've only got two more things to record, and one is one more set of missions, and the last are the uh, secondary required missions. So, like, my secondary is going to be King 44, and King 44 is going to help me record some stuff. I would love to be able to help King 44 record some stuff for King's channel. Um, I think it'd be fun. I'd love to get to 1v1 King 44. See what see what the I guess you could say the skill levels are at, mine and theirs. Um, and I can compare that to other videos on that channel. See what all King did versus the other multiplayer 1v1 people. The other pilots. Yeah, I like that. Let's just go with that. Pilots. The other next pilots. And it'll give me an idea, a rough gauge of what to expect as far as like my rough average. I'd like to play more 1v1s, but I'm on PS3. It's not as accessible as on Xbox 360, in my opinion. It's more restrictive, and it's more prone to, in my experience, more prone to lagging. So that's not fun. Um, let's see. What else? Let's see. Recording. I got the storyboard notes basically done, the basic stuff I need to know. Like the most immediate, important, like, hey, here's the bare minimum. I got that stuff dealt with. That's written down, so I know I'm doing there. I'm going back over it as needed. What else? Um, I know who's doing what missions, how they're playing out, as far as the core story goes, the after story, and then like the after story, and then the I guess you could say spin-off story are not yet recorded or written. Like I know the notes, but I know that the final thing is going to be different than what I'm doing. So I'm gonna focus on the core story right now because all the extra stuff is just that's all the references and piddly stuff. I am doing a lot of direct references to previous games in the game, but it's usually by name mention, stuff like that. So I'm not doing anything magical or spectacular or over the top. I'm going to keep it pretty tame. I'm going to get to the point, get the core story dealt with, and then I'll work on side story stuff whenever that's time. I will be uploading gameplay videos like I did in the update to show that I can indeed record. I recorded for a bit using Exile and Motocobra machine guns, having fun with that. Um, I will be uploading random stuff like that because I've got some builds that are kind of fun. I like to test myself, make builds and stuff that would test my ability to pilot with just random next designs. You will hear me refer to nexts and ACs as frames because it's a force of habit now, because that's what I call them in my story. They're called frames. Frames come in multiple categories. There's Goliath, there's Seraph, um, there's no Goliath, Wraith, Seraph. And there's also Titan class. There's um, different categories, I guess you could say, of or different class of pilots. So like you've got your pilots. Pilots are divided up versus dominance, frighteners, pulverizers, stuff like that. Like I'm referencing the games here and there as I can. Um, my brain was like, "What about key wielders?" I'm like, "No, this isn't Kingdom Hearts." Um, what about Koopas? Got Bowser right there, man. Look at that. Yeah, Dry Bones Bowser. But no, I just felt like I needed to make an update video. Um, because I felt like it was important that I say this. Uh, in order to pay the bill that I was going to have to pawn my laptop again for, a financial assistance company helped me. It was actually a church, Lady of Lords Church. And whenever they told me, like my eyes actually watered up because I was under so much stress about this bill and losing my laptop again because I'd have to pawn it, and not being able to make these videos that I've been working on. Finally, got to actually start doing, and I was so stressed out. And then whenever he called me back a few hours, well, several hours ago now, but it's around 7 o'clock my time. So, and it's like 10 something now, like 10:30 or something now. Um, I got emotional. It stunned me. I didn't expect it, and I was so grateful. I had resigned myself to losing my laptop again and just having to deal with it being in pawn and working for the next 3 months to get it back. You know, being dog tired, not able to work on something that I'm very passionate about that is driving me. And I was heartbroken before the thing that would break my heart even happened. And whenever he called and told me that we're actually going to go ahead and take care of that for you, like I got emotional. It stunned me. So because I so badly want to make this, I so badly want y'all to see it. I so badly want it to turn out good. Like um, someone brought up and asked me if my videos were TAS. I don't know what TAS is. I assume it means what is it? Third. What is it? I don't know. Tactically artificially staged. How about that? Um, I don't know, but apparently it's people making maneuvers and like being basically untouchable in combat and just like impossible response time stuff like that, and like just being untouchable, no cock ups, nothing like that. Um, no messing up, no getting stuck on something, no having where you make mistakes and stuff. Like just completely flawless gameplay. Dude, I've recorded video of me doing a mission. It's not even a mission that I need to have. It's one that I just went ahead and recorded a version of just in case I like it more. And I am doing that. I'm recording multiple versions and multiple runs of certain missions. If it's melted butter smooth, then great. If it's not, I'll do multiple takes. And if if it's sloppy but it gets done and I can use it to convey emotion better. It like adds to the weight of the situation. Fantastic. But like I don't want like flawless stuff. I recorded a mission. It was in Cranium. Yeah, it was in the Cranium. Arteria Cranium. Armored Core for answer. I kept smacking against those big hang down cylinders hanging off the roof. I kept smacking into those things trying to dodge Shinkai. Like, I'm not playing with Moonlight, bud. I'm not doing that. I'm not dealing with that dude's Moonlight. Like, I kept, like, it's the equivalent of walking through, like, in Lord of the Rings, whenever Gandalf, like, bumps into the chandelier. Okay, well, I bumped into the chandelier. And then immediately turns and, like, on his heel, pivots and smacks his head into the. My nose hairs are bugging me. Smacks his head into, like, a low hanging part of the roof of the ceiling. Same, dude. I felt that. I was like, oh my god, I'm hitting everything. I can't make it out of this. I'm just gonna keep smacking. I'm just gonna go up and I'm gonna get myself leveled out, and then I'll come back down in a minute. whenever I can actually deal with this and re-coordinate myself. I got overwhelmed a little bit, and I was like, this is really good. I actually like this take because I can use this and I can give this dialogue that's real because this gameplay is real. Like I'm getting my butt kicked, and I had to really think about how I wanted to word that. But I'm getting my butt kicked. Is that what I get for not cursing whenever I usually want to curse? Okay, well, tough cookies. Um, because outside of this, I curse a lot. I swear so much, so many curse words. Like most people actually don't curse now because I use them so much. I'm taking their ability to use curse words. But no, words are hard. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like I want everything to be real and genuine, and then I want the dialogue. I'm getting the voice actors to work on the dialogue with me because these characters were written initially for my story, and I didn't realize it at the time, but I based the characters off of them just because my subconscious was like, hey, some of these little traits on this character. Hey, make this character like this. And I wound up, after they were more developed and I had more about them down, I was like, oh wow, this is this person who means a lot to me. This is this person who I know really well. And it's just one of those where I'm just like, all right, well, since I'm gonna have them, since I have those characters and I'm going to have them voice them anyway, and I keep telling them, hey, this is a version of you, just in a different reality. So imagine if you grew up and lived in this situation, how would you react? Like, I'm not going to say that to you and they'll be like, oh, hey, by the way, you can't help me write the dialogue. That's not, I'm going to write every single thing, get it read exactly like this, so you feel no attachment to the dialogue. It's not really you, it's whatever my caricature that I come up with of you is. Screw that. I want them to help me write the dialogue because I want to know what they would say. I have a pretty good idea, and I can hear it in their voice half the time, but until I have them down with me and we're going over the dialogue in the mission and what happens in the mission, my camera keeps refocusing. There. Hopefully that'll help. Like, until I've got them there with me and we're going over the dialogue, I'm not content. And once I get to the point where it's time to start writing dialogue, once I get all of the missions recorded and I know how they're going to play out, then I'll have a better idea. I won't need King 44's assisted recordings, the ones where I need him as my secondary. I won't need those missions to start dialogue, but I will need them to finish dialogue. I've got to have all of the missions recorded. Chronology doesn't matter. I can record them in whatever order. Like, I literally just went, I've got the missions down, who does what missions. I went down, I picked a character and did all of their missions in order. So their whole video files, it's nothing but their missions. And I can cut them as needed and go from there. I also have to find a way to do even like a basic level cutscene where it's just the characters talking. And I've got it's kind of cringe, but I've got a real basic idea. Because again, I have no money. So I've got to, I've got to do all of this as meat and potatoes as I can. But I mean, it's all real. This is me genuinely trying to do something with this. And if it takes off, and I'm all of a sudden I'm able to afford it, whether it be work or your whimsy, either way, my work or your whimsy, either way. If I can do actual better cutscenes or get better cutscenes, then I'm going to. Just for now, it is what it is because it's going to be very real. So we'll see what I can do. I need to go ahead and close this up. We're coming up on 19 and a half minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and say, if you want to support me, you can do so by liking, sharing, subscribing. Throw this around. You might know some people. I post Norman Core Gamers on a regular basis. I'm in there as Tim Ashworth, so you can't miss me. I know we're just kind of outed myself, but I don't care. Whatever. But with a brain can put two and two together and hopefully get four. Anyway, you can do that. Hit the bell icon for notifications for future uploads. If you want to support me monetarily, you can do so via Cash App, PayPal, and I'm setting up a Patreon. I'll have that information for the Patreon in the description. For now, I've only got Cash App and PayPal dealt with, like guaranteed setup. So Cash App is hashtag discount Walter White, all one word. I've got it all. All my stuff is linked through that one account that I made. That's for my podcast. That is not Armored Core related at all. But it's one of those things where that's what I've got set up with a Cash App account. That's what I'm using. So all my stuff gets one account and that's it. So everybody gets discount Walter White, all one word. I do accept Bitcoin on there, so if you toss me a bit of coin, toss a bit of coin to your Walter, I'd appreciate that. I did kind of steal my friend's phrase for his podcast as well. Toss me a bit of coin. I'm going to toss a coin to your Walter, then by all means I'll put it to work. It's just going to go into this. That's all it's going to do. It's just going to go into this because I want to create the best possible video stuff that I can for y'all. I want to entertain y'all, and I want to impress From Software a little bit. Like, wow, this guy really does love our stuff that much. I have a Twitter now, by the way. Oh man, that'll be in the description too. Info on that, so that's cool. Oh yeah, PayPal. PayPal is at Insoa117. That is at INSOA117. You can support me on there. And for Patreon, I am going to do a tier list. It will be divided amongst I'm going to rank it like I do Pilot Class in my story, which is just referencing all the Armored Core games. Frightener, Dominant, Pulverizer. What else was there? I don't know. I could do the frames. I could do that. Goliath, Wraith, Seraph, Titan. If you grow a mustache, make sure to regularly shave it, like trim the hairs down. Because if you don't, your mustache hairs will curl up and they will tickle your nose. That's what I've been doing this whole time. It's a freaking mustache hair. I usually just grip and rip. Like, grip the thing and rip it out. And it'll hurt for a second or two. It'll hurt for a minute. But it's better than the constant... like some dude who's trying to get his booger sugar fixed, you know? Like, I can't stand that. Anyway. Let's see. I've done the spiel. Tiers, stuff like that. Battery power, 15% charge. Fantastic. Appreciate you. We're going to get to that in a minute after I brush my teeth. I got something else. Brush your teeth. Drink water. Go out. Get like 5 minutes outside, even if you're just walking to pick up the mail or something. Or just walk outside, walk around for a minute, walk around the block, something. Your health and you are worth it. And I very much look forward to seeing you all out there on the battlefield. And you can't be there if you're not taking care of yourself here. Okay? So, take care of yourself. Make sure to look after you. You're worth it. Alright? Make sure you have a good day. You're an absolute Chad. Whatever you are, you're an absolute Chad. No matter what you do, where you go, as long as you don't hurt anybody else. Unless they deserve it. As long as you don't hurt anybody else, anything like that, you're just chill, doing your thing. You're alright, you're awesome. So, stay cool, stay frosty, and stay awesome, please. And I'll see y'all out there on the battlefield, yeah? May we meet as equals. And please don't come at with the moonlight, because I got plenty of that from Shinkai today. It was brutal, it was horrible, I hated it. Be the first thing King 44 does. What's that? You don't? Dual moonlights, get ready for it.